think we need one of them to drag this. Well, good morning. It's a bit of a windy one. Me and Morgan here, the launch mark. And you can see white caps. That's not a good sign. The only saving grace is that the wind is dropping off today. It's a fresh breeze this morning, but it is going to drop throughout the day. So hopefully we'll be all right. We've travelled a bit of a distance to come here. The expectations that the fishing is going to be all right. Last time we were here, we had a cracking day. And we had all sorts. We had cod, pollock, ling, and it was all good size, good numbers. So hopefully we're gonna replicate that today. Here's the setup. Got the 3.7 metre IBF hydrus, the air deck. It's the matting, protective matting. Got power end Tohatsu, 20 horsepower, 4-stroke, it's the new one. 12 litre fuel can, should be plenty for today. Garmin Striker 4, just put these 2 rod holders on, going 2 rods each, sabikis and jig, and then soft plastics. And then we've got a cool box up there, and that's just got a Rangers kit in, and also if we get any fish then that's where they're going to go. Hopefully we can stock it up a bit. So yeah, we'll head out, see what it's doing, and hopefully we'll be alright. So fingers crossed, and we'll see you out there. This is what we're up against today. Huge swell. At the minute anyway, hopefully it's going to drop away, but we really have got odds stacked up against us. We finally made it out. About 1.5 miles off. It's still a bit rough, mine, but you know, these sibs, they are capable, very capable craft, and we're out here in a fair bit of swell. I've got no worries at all. It's 13.5, 15 metres deep here. We're trying a little patch of reef, just on our way out to the main mark. The main rig for today is going to be basically a running ledger. So all I got here is a sliding boom with a 4-ounce ball weight, bead, swivel, 3 foot of a 18-pound trace. I'm using 18 pounds today just because it's quite snaggy here, and I would rather pull for a break than risk losing the whole rig. And then I got a weedless soft plastic here. This is a Storm, I think it's a 360 shad or Storm Biscay minnow, who knows, something like that. Really nice realistic pattern on it, and weedless, that's the important bit. Oh, and there's a clip there in case I want to change over to a hook for live bait. So we're going to send that down. The rod I'm using is a ugly stick 12 to 20 pound class rod, which is a little bit heavy for lures, but there's big fish here, and I'd rather have the stopping power of a slightly heavier rod than just get pulled into snags and stuff. So yeah, hence the heavier rod. And then I got this Penn spin fisher with 30-pound braid on. Okay, we're on a double hook up here. We've both hooked up to good fish. Oh, tighten my drag a bit now. That is a good fish. Jeez. Oh, 30 metres of water, clean ground. Oh, lovely pollock there from Morgan. I can't turn around though. Oh, I'm gonna come around here a bit. Oh, that's an awesome fish, that is, Morgan. Oh. Well, the tide has just turned, and like I said earlier, that's what we were waiting for. Oh, good fish this. Oh. Still got fight in him. Oh, this is why I use a heavier rod, because you can get it in and bully it a bit. That's a heavy fish what I've got. It's finally some food for us. Oh, that's a good fish. What is it? Nice pollock. Very nice pollock. Oh, good stuff. In. Yeah. There we are. Ideal, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Two lovely pollock. Perfect size. Ideal, good stuff. Well, we just went over an interesting patch of reef there and we had a double hookup and we were convinced there was a small pollock in a shoal. And I've had a nice cookie wrasse. Morgan's had a pouting, so that's some species for the day. Lovely colours on these fish, absolutely stunning. So yeah, hopefully it'll go back. What I tend to do with wrasse, especially cookie wrasse, is just give them a bit of a launch back in, just to help them out a bit, like this. Then he goes off. That helps them instead of just chucking them straight in. Okay, I think we found where these bigger fish are now. We're in much deeper water than we were earlier. It's calmed down enough for us to venture out a bit further. We're in 45 metres and I just had something slam it on the drop. I thought it was a snag. It's not kicking much now, but it weighs a lot. This is the sort of fishing that we came out here for. Big fish. Non-stop action. Ooh. We've got to have the drag settings set right here. Oh, that's heavy. It's a long way down as well. It could be a big wrasse because it's not really pulling me around much. Whoa! I'm gonna get a better grip of it here. Oh, cramping my arms in. Whoa, 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 whoa. I don't think that's a wrasse. I think it's a pollock. Lovely bend in that rod. That's why I use a 12 to 20 pound cast rod instead of a spinning rod. I'd be in all sorts of problems right now. Oh! Crikey days. Get that net ready, mate. Oh, it's coming up. That looks like a very good pollock. Oh, didn't like that. Oh, that's a beauty. That's an absolute beauty of the deep. Woo-hoo-hoo! It's a good pollock. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, get in that net, go on. There we are. Whew. Nice. Nice, nice, nice stuff. Oh, spin myself around. Alright. Actually unhooked me. Oh, jeez. That was a workout, that was. Right, well, we know where they are now in the deeper water, that's for sure. Oh, that is an absolute monster. Let's see what he had for dinner. He's only just hooked in the chin there as well. Good job. I got him in the net. Right, get him up for the camera. Oh, that is a chunky old pollock, that is. Chunky fish, ideal. Not the longest, but the belly on that. He's been eating good, he has. Okay, so it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. We've been on the water since, I say, 7, 8 o'clock, so it's we've had a long day already. Fishing started to pick up though as the tide turned. For the first few hours of the incoming tide, we had some good fish. We had some lovely pollock, bream, which I think is couches, but open speaker on that. And some wrasse and just, yeah, a few nice fish. It's quieting down a little bit now, but we're going to keep at it. I just thought I'd try and show something fairly interesting on the camera here. Is you've got this area of water here you can see that there's a few white caps, there's a fair bit of swell. You've got this area here, and then if I come around, so that's on our sort of port side, and then on our starboard side it's actually really quite calm. There's a small bit of swell, but there's not really much lump to it, and there's certainly no white horses. And the reason that is because even though this on our starboard side here is seaward facing, and actually it's in the area of the prevailing winds, that area of water there's all sorts of underwater features. So there's reefs, there's ledges, and there's pinnacles, and that creates that sort of confused water when the tide rushes through it. So if you're in an area and you see some confused water like that, there's a good chance that there's some interesting features underneath. In this case, we're just fishing right on the drop-off of that confused sort of area with all the features. It makes it quite rough and hard to navigate when the tide's really ripping through there. But yeah, that's just a bit of info. But yeah, we'll keep trying. Hopefully we can get a few more. Well, that was a massive surprise. Morgan just brought up his Frankenstein lure, as per usual, salvage gear, without, it's all chopped up without a tail. And he just brought up an absolutely lovely, I believe it's a Couch's bream. Awesome fish, never see those, especially on a lure like that. That's really... Okay, so my brother has just lent me his ugly stick spinning rod to do a bit of feathering. I was in the attempt to try and get some live bait, running out of lures, and put some sabikis on with a jig on the end. We got this ugly stick with a cheap little £10 reel, 50 metres of water. God. Not exactly the ideal setup. Maybe if you were casting off a harbour wall. Oh, something on, but I can barely feel it. It's probably a small pollock. It feels like it's about to fall apart. It looks like I'm another effing off a boat. Ooh, that's got to be a pollock. Bend at that. I expect it to take on the jig. Oh, that looks huge. Is that a ling? Oh, ling, it is a ling. Oh, a ling. A ling on the little setup. Oh, that's why you use a jig on the end of your sabikis. That's a nice add to the species. God, he's quite a good one as well. Woo, look at that. What a fish. Alright, I'll get one hooked. So that's a nice surprise species, ling. It's not a bad size, they get much bigger, but yeah, awesome surprise. Deep water, that was 50 metres, so yeah, that's where you get them. So yeah, that's a real nice species to add to the count for the day. And he's coming back for my dinner because they taste great. Ideal. Okay, so that's the end of the session for us now. We've been out since, well, half seven this morning, so it's been a good 10 hour session out on the coast of Cornwall. It's been a good one. We've had all sorts. We've had pollock, ling, bream, pouting, various wrasse. No cod today, which is unfortunate, but oh well, we've got plenty to keep us fed. So that's mission accomplished for us. Yeah, happy days. Cruise back in, and yeah,